Hello, good day. My name is Bamisaye Victor, and I would attempt to answer some of the frequently asked questions that have been posed to me. The first is, are you a Christian? Well, I am a Christian officially and personally. Officially because in terms of filling out official forms, you are obliged to fill in a religion, and yes, I have to fill out Christianity as a religion. But personally, I do not look at my Christianity from the viewpoint of religion. Religion being organized, being the handwork of man, being this script or subscript that certain men have put together. But I view my Christianity on a personal note from the place of relationship, from the place of knowing that I have a father in God, and that father loves me so much that he gave his only begotten son, and that son can die for me, redeem me, and I too can become an adopted, a joint heir with the son that he gave up for me, and that is Jesus Christ. And so it means that I have a personal relationship with God, and I believe in the finished works of Jesus Christ, and I think that is the most essential. First, I believe in my heart, and I've confessed with my mouth salvation, and I believe that I am saved, and I believe my relationship with God is sacred, and it is personal, and I believe that the way Christ will work with me in many terms may not be the way he works with the other person. So I believe that my relationship is personal and it's idiosyncratic to me. Yes, so I am a Christian. And I think the next question is, do you go to church? Do I go to church? Well, many of the people who I have told the real answer to this have often told me that do not do not neglect the gathering of the saints. And I do not challenge that. I believe that the gathering of the saints is necessary. But personally, I stopped going to church. And I stopped going to church not because church is not where people should be, but because I came to terms with my idiosyncratic relationship with Christ, and I came to terms with my purpose, and I came into questioning of my purpose, and I came to understand and to begin to value time more. So it was my appreciation, my questioning of value and time that actually led me to stop going to church. This is it for me, right? I sat down one day and took stock of how much time it takes into going to church. So I wake up in the morning trying to get ready, and probably we would argue that for anything one wants to do, he gets ready, right? But that's about 1 hour or 2 in the morning trying to get ready for service. And then I travel down, even when it's near, probably 30 minutes, 1 hour. I go to church, I get to church, so that's 3 hours gone in the process of going to church. Then the service, the shortest, maybe 2 hours, that's 2 plus 3, that's 5. And after service, there are a lot of miscellaneous stuff that go on, and so that could be another 1 hour or 2 hours plus. So let's just take the short one, which is 1 hour. So that's 1 plus 5, which is 6. Now I go home again, and that 30 minutes to 1 hour, and that's 7. I try to relax before I do any other thing. That's like 8 hours gone from just the idea of going to a service of 2 hours. For some people, not a big deal, but for me, it became a big deal when I began to question, what do I gain from this church? And I am as open is, because I do a lot of criticism, or critiquing rather. Critiquing will be the right word. I do a lot of critiquing, and because I critique, so I am able to ask questions of, what do I gain from this? Does it co-measure? Is there a co-measuring with the time I put into it? And for me, the answer was no. it was not commensurate what it was that I was gaining, and it wasn't commensurate because I was particularly yearning for more. I desired more, and maybe for no fault of whoever is preaching, but the truth is, I am like the Berean Christian. You say something, I measure it against the scripture, and most times, most of it were non-truth. They were not true. Many of the things that were being said, not only they were not true, even the ones that were true were too basic. And like Paul said, at some point you are going to leave milk. You'll be yearning for meat, raw meat. So at that point I was yearning for raw meat, bigger meat. Of course, probably I knew a lot then, but I was yearning for more. And because I wasn't getting that more, it was getting neurotic for me because of the time I was putting in and not getting commensurate value. So like I always tell people, nothing is valuable until it is valued, neither valued until it is valuable. So there was no value in it for me while I was putting so much value. So that neurosis was what led me to just stop going to church, because I knew I could select certain materials from, that have even already been uploaded online, listen to them and still gain something, and all that would be within the confines of my home and just 1 hour, and I can use the rest of the 6 hours to do something else. So that's why I stopped going to church. Maybe someday I'll be back if situations change, but I have nothing against people who are going to church, really.